Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Donnie, here with Marshall, Dallas, and Colin. Colin, the nod of approval. I like that. I know I don't do the intros, but I'm going to segue us into something here. Big weekend in the NFL. We had the Ravens-Bengals shootout on Thursday night, and the refs that everybody hates. I did not see any of the calls, but apparently it was pretty dog shit. We had the Chiefs being the Chiefs, winning on a blocked field goal. How the fuck does that even happen? We got the Bears being the Bears, falling to dog shit. That's
rough.
Pretty noteworthy. We got Baker fucking stiff arming Joey Bosa. I think Baker deserves some
Nick,
fucking love.
but
Did I say that's my bad,
Joey?
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Joey's watching the pod right now. Oh my god!
And then obviously the story we all give a fuck about, the Lions with one of the greatest comebacks we've had in recent memory.
We bring the boom.
And yeah, the only team to be down 15 points with 5+ turnovers on the road and win the game. The only team ever. The Colts did the exact same scenario in 1970. But that was a home game. We're the only team to ever do it on the road.
Way to just spoil trivia.
I think that is a noteworthy thing. But I'm glad you're talking so much, Colin, because I would like to give you the floor for a second.
Oh God, what did I get myself?
I would just love. I'll give you one shot. I'm not going to tell you what it is, Colin. I'll give a chance for you to reverse course on any of the takes you've ever given on the pod. If you have anything off the top of your head that you think you should take back.
We've already discussed the Vikings record this year, so we don't have to.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
You're all good, Colin?
There's a lot of things.
Imagine
Colin
it's
has said
something
on the
Kirk
pod.
Cousins related.
No,
not Kirk Cousins.
Well, they lost. So.
So, this man, Colin, for those of you who didn't see that fucking episode, this man, Colin, hates kickers more than anything in the world. So I think this man, Colin, needs to fucking stand up and admit he was wrong, because Jake Bates saved our ass.
Hey, guess what? We signed him as a free agent.
Hold on. You
were talking about drafting him in the first round. We are not doing this.
We are in chaos.
Colin, hold on a second. You have spoken nothing but ill words on kickers this entire time. You are the number one hater of everything special teams. So, do you admit that you're slightly...
I'm a Big Ten football fan. You think I hate special teams? That's all we do.
Okay, well, Michigan
That's all we do.
I don't know what you like, so let's calm down. But no, I think if we had to... If we didn't have Jake Bates and he was in the draft, Colin, after seeing what he did, not only...
I'm not taking him in the first round. If that's your question, no.
All right,
If that's the case, we need to make public. Donnie,
Bates.
you have to make a public apology to Bryce Young, because I mean, man, what other quarterback has a dub in Germany? What other quarterback has a dub in Germany?
Like Patrick Mahomes.
I was going to say Mahomes, and then didn't Brady play in Germany?
Exactly. So Bryce Young's in the same combo as Mahomes and Brady?
Who's won in Germany in the year of our Lord 2024?
Okay.
Just Bryce Young.
I didn't know we were putting a bunch of stock in teams that beat the Giants. So maybe let's go ahead and look through, because there's fucking 8 teams that apparently their quarterback stock has to rise.
Juggernaut.
But no,
You're the only one that.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Panthers just coming off 2 wins. They're going on a bye week, and then they play the Chiefs at home. The Panthers are beating the Chiefs.
It is fucking written. The Panthers are going to break the Chiefs.
Give the first win. Could you imagine?
We can cut this if we need to, but for some fucking reason, I don't know why, I am on Panthers TikTok right now, and
That's awesome.
I get
Dude,
no.
What do I got to do to get on there?
Yeah, please.
No, dude. I keep getting fucking videos from Bryce Young fan pages.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
It's based off of what you want.
It's because they're just all my accounts.
It is not. I have no fucking idea. It's so bad.
They're just my accounts. That's why.
It's so bad. No, because one of them was literally like Pat McAfee. You know his fucking Alabama. Like he sings the Georgia song that picks Alabama, and it's fucking of the Chiefs, and it's a slideshow, and you get to the end, and it's Bryce Young, and it says, "Give me the Panthers," and it's fucking like a blacked out photo of Bryce Young What the fuck am I on where I keep seeing these fucking videos? It's so bad I have to fucking not interest them. Like, I have to fucking report these sons of bitches, basically, because I'm overseeing Bryce Young edits. I'm happy that he's won a game. But, like, people are acting like that motherfucker's won the Super Bowl, and they're like, it's so good to see him smiling. It's like, bro, he's an adult. Like, could we get the fuck off this man's dick? Like, quit glazing.
Said the same thing that happened to Jalen Hurts last year.
I'm over it. What do you mean?
I saw your boy.
Jalen Hurts had lost they started off like 9-0 and then they completely lost it. This man wasn't smiling at all, and then he smiled in the Pro Bowl, and everyone fucking jizzed themselves over it.
I hate that shit, dude. It's like you're a fucking adult. Shut the fuck up. This man, it's not like his life is in ruins because the team's bad. Like, football's going bad. Other than that, he's living a decent life. Like,
Colin, are you gonna be responding to Don's request, giving a public apology, or
no? I would just like Colin's comment. Do you still think kickers are like the scum of the earth?
To be fair,
no, I never said they were the scum of the earth.
Colin never
a first-round pick.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Colin never said he didn't like kickers. He just said what
kickers
we were
are
saying.
important. I love Jake Bates. Kickers win you games all the fucking time. I'm not spending a first-round pick on a kicker when there were bigger things to address.
Donnie, you phrased it. You phrased this.
Every kicker in the nation.
Donnie, you phrased this.
Shoot him in the back of the head.
Donnie, I'm gonna help you because you phrased it really bad. What you should have said is Colin, you should understand where we're coming from, okay? Because guess what? Jake Bates was a free agent, and we just drafted him from the UFL, USFL, whatever it's called, and he's knocking in 60, 58, 52 yards nonstop. Our rebuttal, our question at that time was a guy who can constantly make 70 and 80-yard kicks. Could you imagine having a guy like that? So that's where we're saying, like, if you could take that kind of guy in the first round, you would. You absolutely would.
I don't care.
I still stand by that.
I wouldn't.
Are we gonna act like kickers haven't been drafted in the first round before?
They have.
So could you imagine
Donnie,
taking a guy
muted.
that could make constant 70 yarders? I just can't believe you're telling me you wouldn't take a guy that can make an 80-yard field goal 50% of the time.
No, I am still not drafting him in the first round.
Oh,
the fact. So
I think it's dumb that any kickers are drafted in the first round. I don't think kickers are worth a first round pick. I don't care how good they are. They're not worth a first round pick.
Who's the best? Janikowski first?
Probably, yeah.
And guess what? He was one-time All-Pro in 20 years. That's not good.
And
but this guy will make 80 yarders.
Career.
I don't think
he had like the record.
Ain't no way we're bringing this conversation back. We're not gonna agree.
We're gonna be on it for hours. So
crash out session number 1 is done.
I would like the record to be strucken that you're fucking
strucken. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I would like to strike the. I don't know how you would phrase it in the context that I said it.
I would like the record to be struck. Struck is the past tense of strike.
Yeah, but I'm actively doing it. I'm not past tense doing it. I'm doing it now.
All right, Marshall, how do we do?
Oh, fuck you, Colin.
None of that's getting used. New intro.
Fuck you. That was decent. Go fuck yourself. I even wrote down bullet points, you fucking bitch. Number 1 is shit on Colin. Right there. Fucking circle. You see it?
Why is number 1 like halfway down the page?
Because I wrote down Don's double down above it. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just curious.
Don't question.
Okay, so Marshall, would you like to salvage this podcast for me, please?
No, Colin, but I'll do it on my own. So
I just mean like, do you want to walk through picks?
No, Colin, I'll do it myself. Thank you.
This is the best episode. Best episode.
I had a rough week. Yeah.
So were picks. So everybody had a rough week.
No, I'm saying my picks were rough this week.
Colin, could you quit interrupting him while he's trying to do picks? He's not Dallas. We're not supposed to.
The mute button is crazy.
That's crazy because you were the one talking.
Fuck you.
I'm not going to mute myself.
Fuck you.
All right, let's go to picks.
Why does he have this problem? This is bullshit.
Because I'm the host.
I'm the host.
Because I'm the host. So,
okay, Marshall, let's get into the picks.
In last place, but it is me in last place this week.
It's not a surprise.
I don't know if anybody was really thought that.
I'm gonna start putting that odds double down. That's a fucking lock.
Yeah, well, at what minus 3,000 odds? I don't think you're gonna get a fucking.
That's one of those where it's like this, where it like won't let you select it because it does not change the parlay odds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So in second place was a tie between Colin and Donnie. And Dallas with another first place victory at 9-5.
And I gave y'all a free one.
So 9-5 for Dallas. Colin and Donnie went 8-6. Dallas went.
And Dallas is swinging a hot bat.
9-5. So
I gave y'all a free one too.
We all took Baltimore. I was the only one that took Carolina. Donnie took the tie, but I was the only one that took Carolina.
It was in play.
I forgot about that.
Let me strike the record that it was in play.
Yep, as soon as kickoff started, it was a tie.
Yep. No, it went to OT. That's as close as you're going to get. Yeah,
first play from scrimmage in overtime, they fucking fumbled.
Honestly, if Tracy doesn't fumble it literally the very first play and immediately put them on like the 20, it's in play still. So
honestly, it could have been a thing if they didn't fumble.
Definitely.
We all picked the Bears. That's rough. Me and Colin picked Tampa Bay
at home against the Patriots.
Me and Colin picked Tampa Bay over 49ers. Came right down to the wire. Honestly, I think Tampa Bay probably should have won that game. Yeah. We all picked the Chiefs. Donnie lone wolfed the Colts. They got the break speed off of them. Straight built to ass.
I actually picked the Colts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know why the fuck.
I don't know that I would call 10 points break speed off of them. But
yeah, but that was one of those things. The Colts, I don't think were ever in the game.
I guess in the NFL, that
it was 31-10.
Their first play on offense was literally
score was 30-20. So
their first play on offense was a pick six, though. So they were literally down the whole game. So.
That's true.
Donnie and Dallas picked Pittsburgh. They got that one. We all picked Minnesota. They won. We all picked Atlanta. They lost. Dallas picked Tennessee. The only person that picked Tennessee, and they lost. Me and Donnie picked the Jets. They lost. We all picked Philadelphia. They won. Obviously, I was the only one to pick the Texans, and I lost, which was crazy.
We need to bring up that the curse is lock solid.
Curse has been going on for 10 weeks. Best curse of all time. 10 weeks straight, and then we all picked the Rams, and Miami got the dub right there at the right there on Monday Night Football. So down week for everybody.
We all picked the Rams.
Mm-hmm. We all did pick the Rams. I mean, who the fuck would pick Miami? No one. They were ass water.
They were 2-6 going into that game.
Yeah,
I think it just shows how valuable Tua is.
We just didn't take into account how desperate they were.
Hey, can we talk about how close that man was to getting knocked out for another 3 weeks?
That man's scared.
He's the only.
Why did you lower your head? Why?
He's the only active NFL player trying to get CTE. I swear to God, he's dead set on getting that shit.
And then he was laughing about it in the post-game presser. I thought that was hilarious too.
Was it?
This man does not care. He's like, yeah, I was just trying to make a play. I told him after the play he should have just run out of bounds, but
he wanted to try and kill me instead.
Yeah.
Talking about the games, obviously. So Lions game, Sunday Night Football. Going into the game, we were on a really good streak, and we start off rough. We start out very rough. Things didn't look well. We thought, all right, we've been down 10-0 before. We can bring it back. Things just keep getting worse. We go down and score. Maybe something will happen. Nope, doesn't matter. They go down and score before half. Dan comes out, gives the greatest halftime speech to TV history. Just lit a fire under their ass. Carlton Davis, as he's saying
takeaways as he picks it off. That was
Carlton Davis, as he's saying that, makes a beautiful interception. Just jumps right in front of the route. It was textbook interception. I know Aaron Glenn loved that one. And then it sucks because right after that we proceeded to throw a pick as well. But in the end, we rallied together, got a couple scores and a couple stops, and Jake Bates ties the game for us, and then we stop him, and then Jake Bates wins the game for us. It just, Donnie said it, and it should be the title of this episode. Good teams find ways to win. We saw it twice this week with both the Chiefs on a blocked field goal, which was wild. I mean, the Chiefs, just like us, definitely did not deserve to win that game whatsoever. And then same thing for us. We didn't deserve to win that game, but it's just the good teams find ways to win because that's just what they do. So it was a wild game. And the Lions might have, I say the Lions. Jared Goff might have not looked great. I think once a little bit of pressure hits him, he just folds for whatever reason. But in the end, we got the dub. People that looked good. Carlton Davis looked amazing. Brian Branch and Kirby have not wavered at all. I mean, they just are both solid. Brian Branch is making plays all over the field. Kirby Joseph is just playing so great as well. Carlton Davis, man, he picked it up a ton. Like, he looked really good out there. Our D-line didn't look too bad. James Houston got a sack. Shout out Austin. He told me to do it. Say it. O-line looked rough to start. It looked
James
really
Houston
rough.
also pooped his pants, but we're
he did not. He did not. He clarified.
I didn't know he said in
brown
Gatorade.
He
clarified.
James Houston
up the game.
I'll just say this. I'll say this. I was not told to say this, but Zadarius Smith and James Houston are going to be the future best pass rushers in the NFL. So
the season, because
no, in the NFL, we're going to trade Hutch. Is what was told to me. Anyway,
I see the vision.
There's like 8 good pass rushers.
I see the vision.
So I have something else up on my screen looking at. I have you guys in a little window, but it switches to who's talking. And Dottie was like, had his head down like this, and then all of a sudden it switches to Colin. I see the vision, and he's nodding his head, and I lost my mind. O-line looked rough. They still got burnt a couple times. That is the rarest thing I thought I'd ever see. Was he got burnt one time, and I was like, cooked. Whoa. But literally that happened 2 plays, and then bro never that same guy never got in the backfield once. Sewell's our guy. He is the best
Sewell
right tackle.
Once, and then he's like, "All right, bet," and then he does not let you.
It's funny too because the play he got burnt, you watched it. It was a good move, and immediately he tried it again, and it just did not work. Sewell is just one of those guys where he's never going to get beat like that again. And our all line started blocking, and all of a sudden, it worked out. What? And no, I don't really think it had anything to do with Taylor Decker being out. You watch the plays. Dan Skipper did his job. That man actually had played really good. Chris Collingsworth pointed it out. Al Michaels pointed it out that Dan Skipper was playing well all game. I think it was just that D-line was just getting through. And it was just getting through. But anyways, they found themselves after about 2 quarters, and then Goff still started throwing picks for whatever reason. Gibbs and Monty just are still Sonic and Knuckles better than ever. But all in all, the last thing for me, it's just this game proved that we just will find a way to win no matter what. It looks sloppy, but going into these next couple games against the Jags, Colts, and Bears, getting that kind of win is huge. 2 games ahead of Minnesota because we're 1 win ahead of them, but we have the tiebreaker. And then now 3 games ahead of Green Bay. It puts us in a huge spot. And plus, it helps out a lot. And they start playing their division games here soon. So, but a huge dub from the Lions, if you guys want to add anything.
Yeah, I mean, that win was literally Dan Campbell's press conference speech about, you knock us down, we're going to fucking bite your kneecaps off on the way up and take another hunk out of you each time you knock us down. And, it's crazy to think that, that game was great. But if we have a normal day on offense, we would have absolutely obliterated the Texans on Sunday. We scored, what was it? It was 19 unanswered in the second half. That's fucking crazy.
With a
it was more about them losing their complete offense than I would say us scoring back to back to back. But yes, they scored.
But that's still kind of crazy. I mean, mentally, I was checked out of it. For them to pull themselves together as a team and just be look, Like, I know it's been a shit day so far, but like, we're not out of this. There's 2 quarters left. Let's get this shit done. And then they fucking did. Like, that's something, like you said, that hasn't been done since 1970, and it hasn't been done on the road.
Never happened. What they did technically has never happened.
Yeah, but the closest thing to it happened fucking 54 years ago. Like, that's insane. So that's all I gotta say. That was a signature Dan Campbell performance.
Yeah.
Preferably, let's do it without 5 picks next time. But
Yeah. What it was to me is it wasn't so much I don't really know how to phrase what I want to say. It wasn't so much needed or good in the way of like a football sense, but I think it was better in the sense of like morale. Because like now,
we needed it.
What happens? Like they could have easily lost that game and it would have been fine. You lose to one of the better teams in the AFC at home, like we didn't really need it. Like it would have hurt in the division race, but like Marshall said,
it would have been a bigger win for the Texans than it is for us winning that game.
Yeah, it would have put us, like, we still would have been in first place. It would have been closer, but, like, we didn't need that win. Like I told you guys, I expected it. It could be a drop game. But for them to be down and stay into it and, like, show themselves, like, hey, we can be down fucking 20 on the road and, like, we can get it done. I think it's more of a morale boost. And then, like, guys, it wasn't the stuff that usually carries. Usually it's the offense that's going to carry. Usually it's Goff's arm that's going to carry. His arm didn't do shit, and we couldn't run the ball worth a single fuck in that entire first quarter. I don't care what the stat showed in that first quarter. I swear we might have had 5 rushing yards that whole quarter. That D-line for Houston was murdering us. Yeah. So it was one of those things where I was like, okay. And it was 100% like a championship effort defense where they weren't like suffocating, but they made the plays they had to, and they got the ball back in the key moments. Where it's like, okay, that's the kind of defense you need to like actually win a ring. And then Jake Bates, obviously, fucking clutch as shit. We'd seen him make the kick in the Minnesota game, but we hadn't seen him make back-to-back pressure kicks from that distance. Like that was a big deal. Yeah, and another thing is, hopefully we don't have to deal with it too much. But the Lions are in a weird spot where, even if they're like, say we go into a playoff game and we spot the other team 20 points out the gate, it like the way the teams belt, it will never really be over because I have some numbers here. 75% of the Texans' rushing attempts on Sunday were outright failures by PFF's grading system. Like they averaged 2 yards a fucking rush. They were just like, they can't run the ball. The D-line is built so you can't run the ball on them. Given we don't have pass rush because we don't have Aiden anymore, but the run defense has not wavered a single ounce since he's been out. So that's obviously huge. And then, like, we have a Lee McNeil in the middle. His average depth of tackle was minus 3 yards. That means every tackle he had, he was meeting them almost a half yard in the backfield. That's fucking insane to me. Like, that we have such a disruptor in the run game, clogging up the middle every single play. So, yeah, it's not so much a, like, oh, we needed to have it. It was more just like, okay, well, now they can't feel out of a game no matter what happens. So that's the big takeaway for me.
Yeah, I agree on everyone's point. I think this was a big morale boost, of course. I think it was the biggest boost. I think it was the biggest boost for Jared Goff, even with how terrible of a game he had. The fact that Dan Campbell stuck with him and said, hey, just keep throwing the rock. I saw an interview that Dan did, and he defended every interception he threw. He said Goff threw it to the exact same person we told him to. The other guys just made great plays. I think technically one of them was a Hail Mary interception, so I don't really... And then the other one I think was technically a fumble, but they caught it midair. But I think they counted it as an interception. But either way, the fact that Dan Campbell was sticking with Goff and supporting him through what would be a terrible game, I think is great for the future of Jared Goff. And the fact that we're 9-1 for the first time since like 51, you love to see it.
Yeah. I know Goff obviously like had a horrible day statistically, but two things that I thought were, I mean, not crazy, but did you guys know he only threw 30 passes in that game? Like for us being down basically from
Well, considering
the
he
gun.
threw like 50 in the Buccaneers game, I'd say that's
Yeah.
an improvement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I realized that because they did like Barry's bet on Sunday Night Football, and it was over under Goff 31 and a half pass attempts. And I'm like, that's really fucking high. He had literally done that one game, and it was the Bucs game where he had more than 31 attempts. So I bet it, and I didn't check it, and then the next morning I woke up and I forgot about the bet, and I was like, there's no fucking way that hit. We were literally down all game, and then I got it at 30 and a half, and he literally threw exactly 30. So I thought it was crazy that we were able to come back, like, using the run game. Like, that's really, really weird to me. But there's that, and then this isn't like a numbers thing, but I feel like even though he threw 5 interceptions, I don't think he played bad. Like, I think the tip interception, you can say what it is, but I would call that a fluky interception. The Hail Mary interception, I mean, it's a Hail Mary interception. I think that's also kind of not a real interception. I think the one where he missed Laporta after we picked off Stroud to start the second half, I think that one was really bad. I think the deep ball to J-Mo was really bad. And then, what was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was.
There was one that was
Also,
kinda
shout
like a crossing
out,
route.
yeah, shout out to J-Mo. He was taking some hits, bro.
Yeah,
J-Mo had a
J-Mo
J-Mo
had
had
the
his best game as a Lion for sure.
Yeah, that might have been his. I don't know about his best game, but those were his best 2 singular plays as a Lion.
That one
was
catch where
taking
he
some
caught it
hits.
above his head and then got drilled in the stomach and then the bag. Bro got
With all the
tabletop.
random
Came
ass
up right
drops
away,
he's had,
too.
and then he
Oh.
holds onto that one. It's like, what are we doing?
Oh.
But
Why can't you do that when you're like wide open?
no shit, he will drop a wide open ball and then he caught those. It's like, what is this man on? But no, that was a good performance by J-Mo. But like I said, I can't remember what that other interception would be. So you take 2 of them away, 3 interceptions is still awful. But yeah, kind of like what Dallas said. It's like Dan defended him. We played well. I think everybody played well except for him. Him and the O-line were the 2 worst units, and it just kind of sucks. That's what the team's built on, is his arm and their blocking. But I mean, other than that, is what it is. I'm fucking shocked they won that game. I still like. I can't remember if I said it on the pod or if I just said it to you guys. I was wanting an exciting game, and I fucking got it. So now I don't need one for the rest of the fucking year.
Man,
I was looking at like CBS.
I was gonna say, you were just talking last week. You were like, man, I'm tired of these.
Yeah,
blowouts.
I did say it on the pod. But no, I've looked on like CBS Sports after they posted his kick, and everybody was like, "This is the most exciting game I've seen in a long time. This is the best game of the year." And I was like,
All right, we're done.
"Okay, yeah, I got
Well,
it."
the rest of them can be boring.
Yeah,
I like
And
winning by 3 touchdowns. Let's do more.
yeah.
Of that.
The way the schedule's shaping up, it looks like we're in for quite a few boring Sundays. So
All right, now the
It's a
Jags
good
are
and
gonna
bad.
win in Detroit this weekend. So
Hmm.
No, not if the Marshall curse has to say anything about it.
I don't know how much we're gonna talk about it, but the way I'm looking at this Jags game this week is we're favored by 13. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's fucking crazy to me. Like 2 touchdowns. I know
Oh.
like it's shaping for a blowout. But
Kind of moving into what I wanted to talk about a little bit is if we've. I know it's gonna take a second. I will go through it quickly. And so to move through it quickly, you guys for this next segment are allowed and no expectations. Okay, you guys are allowed 1-word answers.
all right,
1-word answers. Now I'm gonna explain. I know. So what we're doing.
So you're
is
saying one-word answers?
No, you guys are allowed 1-word
okay.
answers, and I'll explain more.
I think Dallas is just fucking with you because that's what we always do.
So what I have are CBS Sports at the beginning, before the season started, the projected win totals from an average betting site. So why you guys have 1-word answers is for 2 reasons. 1, so we can actually make it to picks on time. And for 2, your guys' words basically will be, I'm going to tell you guys the records they are right now, and I'm going to tell you what their win totals were set at the beginning of the year. And you guys will say they have been meeting expectations, they are at expectations, or they are below expectations. So you can say at, met, or below. basically. And you guys feel, because obviously, if I say, you know, the Cowboys win total, but they're 3-6, if you think that they might go up, you could say at expectation. You think they might get a little bit better. But we'll try and keep it at one-word answers. I know that might not turn out, but we'll go in the order of how we do picks. So Colin will go first, then Dallas, then Donnie. So we'll get it started. The way they have it is so weird, but I'll do it. I'm gonna go so out of order with like where they're at. But starting off, the Chiefs, their win total at the start of the season was set at 11.5 points. They are currently 9-0.
Meat.
I would think they've met.
Above.
Yeah, above. That's fine. Yeah, you could say the whatever word you want. Even if it's well met, I don't care. Because 9 and set at 11.5 is crazy. The Ravens were also at 11.5, and they are currently 7-3.
I'm gonna say we'll go Met.
Okay. And then we'll go. It's just the way they had it drawn out on this paper. It went by like the highest to lowest. I'm gonna try and just stick with the division. So we'll go back to the Chiefs division. The beginning of the season, the Chargers win total was set at 8.5. They are 6-3.
Met.
I think
Above.
definitely met. Yeah, above met. Either or is good for them. Broncos, theirs were set at 5.5 wins. They're at 5 wins.
Met.
This is definitely a met.
Yeah, definitely met.
Below.
All right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Plateau.
The Raiders win total is set at 6.5. They're at 2-7.
Below.
I'm gonna say they met my expectations.
I was gonna say if we're talking our expectations, then they're meeting those right now.
I didn't hear you say anything, Donnie.
I didn't think we had to. Fuck, they're 2-7 and their win total was at 6. I think we know they're below, Marshall. What the fuck? Come on.
Make sure.
They're gonna go on a nice little run to meet expectations when it's all said and done.
Bills.
Raider fan. Remember that team.
Bills at the beginning of the season were set at 10.5 wins. They are currently at 8-2. I would think they are meeting expectations.
Sorry, say that again. There was someone yelling outside.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you getting robbed?
No.
Like, yeah, it's my
Guys,
roommate.
can you say that again? Someone's robbing me at gunpoint right now.
Dude, you hold on. I got picks. What?
Are you gonna say it again so I can give you an answer?
Bills were set at 10.5. They're at 8-2.
Oh, they're gonna meet.
Yeah, they're meeting expectations.
I'm so. Are we doing like what we think they're going to be at the end of the year? Or are we thinking what, like, if they're meeting expectations?
So if you think, I'll rephrase it. If you think, so the Bills, if you think they're going to be above 10.5, you would say they are meeting expectations or they are above expectations.
Okay.
So you think they are going to go above that win total?
I think they're gonna exceed.
Yeah. If you think they're going to be,
because I was going to say we're kind of doing it weird. Like we're all saying.
I get what you're saying. But if their win total set at 10.5. The Bills are 8. If you think they're going to get 13 wins, that's well above. So you say above, or they're going to meet expectations. If you think that they are going to, they're set at 10.5. If you think they're going to get 10 or 11, then you say, I think they're at expectation. They're at the expectation. And if you don't think they're going to get there, then you think you just say below. They suck. That's what you could say.
I got you.
Speaking of below. The Dolphins' win total was set at 10.5 this year. They are 3-6.
I think they're on course.
You think they're going to get to 10 wins? 10 or 11?
Yup.
Okay.
Was it the Dolphins or the fucking Cowboys you had in the Super Bowl, Dallas? I was thinking about that today.
So I had the Dolphins winning 13 this year. I did
That's what
I did have the Cowboys making it to the Super Bowl, but to be fair, Tua Tua lost his brain. And then Jerry Jones can't afford curtains during football games. So
Yeah.
Dude, I thought
I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, man, we have shat on Colin so much, but Dallas had a very I remembered it was one of those two in the
Hey, I had the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
yeah, that was
they at least still have a chance to get to the playoffs. I don't know if the Cowboys do.
So the Jets.
Super Rush, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
this shit's going off the rails. God damn.
So the Jets win total set
Wow.
at the Jets win total is set at 9.5. They are at 3 wins.
Below.
Yeah, that's below.
They fired their head coach in like week 3. They're below.
Hold on. Let me look at their schedule.
Donnie, that's to win out to even meet expectation. It'd be at expectation.
How many what?
They're 3-7
Oh, they would have to win out to get to 11 wins?
to 10 wins.
They're going to meet it.
All right, we've lost Mandy in this podcast. All right, the Patriots, their win total was set at 4.5. They're at 3-7. I think they'll meet that. I think they can go above.
I think
Yeah.
they could exceed, but
I think they'll exceed. I do too. The Steelers win total was set at 7.5. They're 7-2 right now. Yeah, they are exceeding expectation.
I will say, as I know nobody else was as high on them as I was. This is when they literally start their gauntlet of a schedule this week. They play Baltimore. They play Baltimore twice within the next couple weeks. They play them this week. So, they went 7-2, but they could easily go fucking 1-5 across the next stretch.
So the Bengals win total was set at 10.5. They are 4-6.
Was said at what?
10.5.
Oh yeah, no, they're not gonna.
For the Bengals?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah. I think they will be very close, but I think below.
I think pretty well below.
Yeah.
The Browns win total was set at 8.5. They're 2-7. I think the below. I don't think they'll get to fucking 8 or 7 wins.
Jameis Winston.
He absolutely dog water.
They are playing the Saints this week, though.
Say above.
All right. The Texans win total was set at 9.5. They are 6-4. I think they are meeting expectations. They're doing right about what everyone thought, maybe. The Colts were set at 8.5. They're at 4 wins. I would say they're going to be below.
Yeah, they're gonna be below.
What was their total?
8.5.
And they're at.
Yeah.
All right.
Tennessee.
Real quick, Marshall, to get the heat off of me and Colin, who's your guys' coach of the year?
Coach of the year.
Shane Steichen.
Okay.
Well, to
Just
be
checking.
fair, I didn't.
No
I
one
didn't
thought that Anthony Richardson would decide to bench himself.
Colin did. Colin
Need one
did.
coach.
I've been an Anthony
I need
Richardson
one.
truther from day one, dude.
And you've also been a Drew Brees truther from day one. Oh, wait, that was last month.
But this, to me, in Marshall's defense, there's no excuse that Anthony Richardson couldn't do what Gardner Minshew did last year. Gardner did not play out of this world where it was okay, Anthony Richardson has to throw 4,000 yards. If he came out and threw for 3,000 yards, they would have done the close to or had better success.
He's never been good. At no point in his football career has he been good.
Until he comes back. He's going to start again in a week or two,
Okay.
and it's going to be the Bryce Young effect. And he's going to fucking gold.
Bryce Young mentioned. Let's go.
And the Panthers.
You know, we should go over Bowling Green's schedule next.
Oh,
Fucking
my
kill
God. Can we move
Can we
to
get to
this, please?
picks? Can we? Yeah.
Yes, please, God.
How
Marshall,
about
get,
I'll just run through them, and you guys can just react to them. The Titans win total was set at 5.5. They're at 2 wins. The Jags win total was set at 8.5, and they're at 2 wins.
Oof.
Eagles win total was set at 10.5. They're at 7 wins. Commanders win total was set at 7.5.
That's crazy.
They're at 7 wins.
That was a high total to begin the year, but
Yeah.
still beat it.
Cowboys win total was set at 10.5. They're at 3.
Might not get any closer than that.
The Giants were set at 6.5. They're at 2. Cardinals win total was set at 6.5, and they are at 6 wins as we speak. The 49ers win total was set at 11.5. They are at 5 wins. The Rams win total was set at 8.5. They are at 4 wins. Seahawks was set at 7.5. They are also at 4 wins. The Lions win total was set at 10.5. We're at 8 wins. This one's for Colin. The Vikings win total was set at 6.5. They're at 7.
Okay.
They've already hit the over.
Right.
Hitting the over in week 10.
Going back to me, I even said that episode that I don't know how that happened because in my head, I was like, oh, the Vikings will get to like 6-7 wins this year.
Oh.
To be fair to Colin, if JJ McCarthy was starting from the beginning of the year, that total would still be at the under. So
Facts.
I
Packers win line was set at 10.5, and they're at 6-3. Bears was set at 8.5, and they're at 4-5. Last division, Falcons win total was set at 10.5. They're at 6-4. That's pretty good. Bucks was set at 8.5. They're at 4 wins. Saints was set at 7.5. They're at 3 wins. And the Panthers win total was set at 16.5. They're at 3 wins. They might make it there actually. So we'll see. They're Bryce Young's bringing them back. I don't think you guys realize.
Well, anyway, getting into some picks. Starting off with Thursday night football. Commanders at Eagles. Give me the Eagles.
I think this is gonna be a good game, just like last week.
It's gonna be the only good game of the week.
Possibly. I'm gonna edge it out. Eagles at home. I'll give it to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I wanted to go Eagles, but now everyone else is going Eagles. Yeah, I gotta go Eagles. I just think that this is screaming Eagles.
I fucking always hate this game. The Commanders always play the Eagles close, even when they were dog shit. But me and in Philly, I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
All right, Raiders at Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins.
Yep, the Dolphins are on the come up, like I said. Tua's back. A-Chain wearing a Guardian helmet, unlike Tua, but hey, give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, Devon A-Chain took my team from 0-9 in fantasy to my first win. Let's go.
Yeah.
Love to see it. We're on the rise, just like Dolphins. Even though we're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. But I'm going to go Miami.
This is like that Vikings win in year 1 of Dan Campbell, man.
It really hurt because I went to fantasy and there's literally an E next to my name because I am actually mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Well,
you were like 2 weeks ago.
You think?
Jesus Christ.
Guys, there's no need to be mean about it.
This man said somehow, I haven't won a game all fucking year, but somehow I'm eliminated from playoffs.
You guys can not mean, gosh. Donnie, make your pick, man.
I didn't think you made a pick. My bad.
I said Miami.
I was gonna say, I'm like, is this on me? Like, what's going on?
I'm torn on this one. Dallas, what did you go with?
You should have listened.
Yeah, you picked the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. If it's 50-50, I'm going with Dallas. It means this motherfucker's batting 1,000 every fucking week.
Honestly, fair. All right, Browns at Saints.
Ooh.
Jameis Winston revenge game right here.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know what happened with the Falcons last week. Saints did not deserve to win that game. Give me the Browns.
Yeah, no, give me the Saints.
You said Browns, Colin?
Yeah.
No, this is screaming
fuck.
tie.
What a fucking mid-off this game is going to be. Jesus Christ.
Not even mid. These teams are ass.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something totally different, Colin. This is awful. Like, I don't even know how to at least with the Panthers, like, you know what you're gonna get. These teams have been so up and down. They've changed quarterbacks. They've fired head coaches. You have no idea.
God.
Go with your gut.
The Browns are literally trading people away. Like,
My gut tells me to pick a tie, but
Really? Your gut
I'm
is
gonna-
telling you to pick a tie.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna go with the Saints because
Might need some Pepto Bismol or something. Your gut's telling you a tie. Shut up.
fuck, man.
I don't want to hear shit out of you, Mister. Are we going all-time running backs with this one, or what's going on, guy?
All right.
It's a valid question. Yeah, I don't. Sadly, both teams can't lose this fucking game because Jesus Christ, they're awful. I'm gonna go with the Saints, but I'm not confident.
We'll open the Browns. Something I never thought I would hear. Colts at Jets. God, this slate sucks, dude. What is this?
Literally, there's 2 good games.
Just because it's at home,
3.
I think I'm gonna take the Jets. I'm not confident in it though.
I actually am confident in my pick. I am also going with the Jets.
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 I'm going Indy.
God. It's hard. We're at the point of the year where a lot of these games, both teams are like out of it. So it's kind of like, what team's actually going to have motivation to keep playing? I think the Jets are better. I'll go with them, even though I think they're completely dead.
Vikings at Titans. Give me the Vikings.
Yeah, give me the Vikings.
Yep, it's no question Vikings.
I'm a vary on this one. I think Sam Darnold looked like dog shit last week against a bad Jags secondary. He threw 3 picks. He looked awful. He looked absolutely awful. In Tennessee, I think Tony Pollard's gonna will the Titans to a victory in this one.
All right. Packers at Bears. Give me the Packers.
Is Jordan Love playing?
I don't know.
He should.
They're also coming off a bye week.
That'd make it better.
We are coming off a bye. That's right.
I'm pretty
I
confident.
feel like if he played against us, he's got to play this week. Coming off a bye.
So
he's not even showing up questionable.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers.
I was gonna say, truthfully, I don't think it matters. They just lost to the Patriots at home, so Packers,
This
even with Willis, are I think.
Fuck it. Fuck the Packers. Give me the fucking Bears.
Yeah.
Throw it up. Bears
Gosh,
out.
Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love. Holy shit. What the fuck's next? Fucking. No, I'm not gonna say that on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's just 2 of my least favorite quarterbacks in football.
Yeah. I'm with Marshall. Fuck the Packers, but give me the Packers in this game.
Fuck you. What the? I
Jags
said, yeah, I'm with Marshall, but
fucking
I'm
hate
not.
the,
with
I hate
Marshall.
the Packers, but and I like Caleb, but he literally has no offensive line. That line is they just fired their OC too, so they fucking have nothing going for him on offense. And yeah, give me the Packers.
Jags at Lions. Give me the Lions.
Give me the Lions.
Marshall, what are you gonna go with? Fucking
Marshall,
Eddie
you
Marshall.
gotta do it. You gotta
Marshall,
do it.
Marshall,
You must do this.
Honestly, I feel like if there's a week to test the curse, it would be this
dude,
week.
that's exactly what I was about to say. I
No,
think
because
we
you
need
guys
to
will
do that.
burn me at the stake.
You absolutely.
I
are.
wouldn't even
You
hate
can test
you.
it.
Honestly, I would not
All the
hate you.
motherfuckers at Ford Field are
And
gonna
you,
know why
I'm
we're
gonna
mad
be
at
there. I don't want to contest it this week, guys.
Come on, Marshall.
He's just not
Go
gonna leave
for
his seat after the end of the game.
Why?
Just contemplating life.
Need a live reaction of just that man's face.
Do I really? I think we're playing Mac
no. Don't
Jones
test it.
too.
Mac
think
Jones
we're
led
playing-
Jags, yes.
We're playing
Marshall,
Mac
test
Jones.
it. Come the fuck on. There's no way we lose.
This
There's
sucks.
no way.
This sucks,
You gotta go Jags here. You gotta go Jags here, dude.
guys. I got a coin. I'm
They
gonna
have,
flip
No
it.
fucking way. We're putting this game.
I'm gonna
in
flip
the
it.
fucking-
You guys want me to test it? Wait. Who wants me to test it?
13
I
and a
jokingly
half.
wanted you to test it.
Who wants
I'm-
me not to test it and take Jags?
Come on. Don't be
Take
a
the
pussy.
Jags. Take the Jags.
Are you really gonna go 0-16? Like,
Lions
hey,
picks.
hold on.
If
Hold
the
on,
Lions
hold on.
go 16
Hold
and 1, I'll be
Hold on.
very
Hold on.
happy.
I was gonna say,
Hold on.
actually,
Hold
that's
on. Give me a
absolutely worth
Hold
it
on.
as a fan.
Hold on.
It's not like we're picking the fucking
There's
Browns games
two
over
there's
here.
two ways to look at this. What we're experiencing right here with Marshall. There's two ways to look at it. Either A, Marshall really is a fucking curse, and whatever he picks, the opposite's gonna happen. Or two, the odds of getting say all these games were 50-50. The odds of getting a 50-50 coin flip 17 times in a row, right, is
Okay.
absurd. So that means Marshall's due. That means Marshall is due at some point, no matter what team he picks to lose. So, like,
I would rather
might as well
the
flip it.
curse break and him be like right about the Jags than the curse break and the Lions lose. Or no,
This is
shit,
the
I
thing,
said
though.
that backwards.
this is the thing though. If he
In
picks
honor of
if he
Bowling
picks the
Green,
Lions and he loses, if he picks the Lions and we lose, we know it's a legit thing. And then Marshall just picked the other team all the way out. We
in
win the
honor
That's
of
a
my
good-
Bowling Green bet, shout out Bowling Green. They got the dub tonight.
Never mind. I pick whatever you want. Go fuck yourself. I'm so sick of Bowling Green. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate this goddamn podcast.
If there's one way to get Donnie to shut up, it's start talking about bowling.
That's fuck. Oh my god.
Give me,
Fucking secret.
give me. Dude, I can't even say it. I'm just like, I feel like this is wrong. I can't do it. Give me the Jags.
That a boy.
Go.
I'll test it on Thanksgiving.
What if we lose?
True, because we're likely to lose that game anyway.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, it depends on the moon. Let's start there.
That's true. Let me start looking at that.
Give me the
No,
Jags.
how
Give me the
about
Jags.
how about the next game, Colin? How about the next game?
Oh, hold on. I didn't make my pick. Yeah, I'm going with the Lions. Jags are gonna cover though. Jags are going to cover. I fucking feel like
Rams at Patriots. Give me the Rams.
Tough loss for the Rams last week, huh? Yeah, bounce back, Rams.
Oh yeah, it's Rams' house.
Yeah, Rams are winning that division, so they got to start winning some games.
Ravens at Steelers.
Game of the week.
This is
That's
honestly
just-
probably the best game of this slate, the 1
I think-
o'clock slate.
Why is this the 1 o'clock game? They literally flexed the Sunday night game, and they knew both of these teams were going to have good records. Why is this not Sunday night football?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, what?
Bam. Lamar has a bad record against the Steelers. I think I'm going to go Steelers. Just barely, though. Give me the Steelers.
Mr. Unlimited
Who's gonna say that?
gets limited by this Ravens defense
Oh.
this week. Give me the
Who'd you go with?
Ravens.
I went with Steelers.
Man.
Give me the Steelers.
Fuck.
Shut up.
Dallas going with the Ravens kind of worries me, not gonna lie. I mean, this motherfucker's right about all these 50-50 games. But,
Hey, sometimes he gets them wrong, though.
I
I'm like
think-
the Vikings that one year they won all of
Yeah,
those
all the close games.
all the close games.
Yeah, God, I think both of these teams are so fucking good. I think the Ravens have the edge on offense, but fucking the
I
Ravens
don't know that I
passed.
would call the Steelers good. They're just efficient.
They're good. Nah, dude. With Russ playing this way, like, they are a top 5 team in the AFC for sure to me. Like they're a unit, I think.
Real quick before you make your pick, Donnie. Fun fact: Russell Wilson is 2 passing touchdowns away from having the most from a Steelers quarterback since Big Ben in a season.
Yeah, that's
Not really
fucking
saying much.
absurd, but I would believe it. To beat a record that the great Kenny Pickett has is just something.
All right, yeah, it's gotten to that time of night.
Justin
If
Fields
you're
has
not
Talk
5.
about Bowling Green, I could talk about fucking Kenny Pickett, so calm down.
Kenny Pickett would be
Did you
lucky
pick?
to have ever gone to Bowling Green.
Did you pick?
No, I think they will split on the year, and I think both home teams win, so I will go with the Steelers in this one.
All right.
Lone Wolf and the
Seahawks at
Ravens.
Niners. Give me the Niners.
Give me the Niners.
Give me the Niners because it's at home.
Who do the Niners play? I didn't hear the other two.
Seahawks.
Oh, Seattle. And DK and them are supposed to be back this week. That's kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, being in San Fran, I gotta go with the Niners.
Falcons at Broncos. Broncos should have gotten it done against the Chiefs, and Falcons are coming off of a dud loss. Give me the Broncos.
I'm gonna go Falcons. Kirk Cousins, high altitude. He's gonna air that boy out.
Yeah, I think this is a Kirk Cousins masterclass game. We know Collins
He's not gonna be
the.
able to breathe. What are we talking about?
Shut up, Colin. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football.
What's the altitude? That's like a legit thing about playing in Denver.
No.
Fucking altitude.
Listen,
And everything else is that only helps.
have you watched the Bowling Green game as of recently? No.
That only helps the kickers, and you fucking hate them, so you don't get to use it. But yeah, Colin's right. The Broncos should have won last week. The Falcons look like shit, and that's exactly why I'm going to pick the Falcons. It's going to be the opposite this week. Broncos are going to look like shit, and the Falcons are going to look good because the NFL's
Probably,
fucking
but-
stupid like that. So
Chiefs at Bills.
if fucking the Steelers game wasn't prime time, this should have been prime time. They legit
Damn,
man.
they flexed this fucking game. They flexed a game this week, and neither of the best 2 games got put into the primetime slot. Like,
I
what
think-
the fuck?
I really don't want to, but I can't pick against the Chiefs right now. I gotta go with the Chiefs.
Do I end the Chiefs' streak of winning by picking the Bills?
Calm down, Marshall. God damn.
And I feel like this is a scripted Bills win, and then Harrison Buckner kicks the game-winning field goal. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think
All
the
to set
Chiefs.
up the Panthers ending their streak.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
that's why I'm picking the Chiefs, is because I do think the Panthers are going to end their streak. So I'm going with the Chiefs for the Panthers to get the job done next week.
So, I want this to get clipped because now next week, 2 or 3 of you have to go with the Panthers to beat the Chiefs.
I promise
what.
you, I'm going
I'm
with
going
the
to.
Panthers.
Yeah.
I'm going.
no
I
matter
agree.
what, you guys are getting held to that.
They could start Gil Lewis at safety.
Okay.
I'm going with the Panthers.
Hell, Lewis, shout out.
Well, if Gail Lewis plays safety, yeah, they're gonna win by 100. Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. She's getting that shit done. No, I see this game going one. I see this game going one of 2 ways. Either the Chiefs pull another rabbit out of the hat and win by fucking 1 on some bullshit, or they absolutely fucking boat race the Bills. And I think they're gonna boat race them. I think this is gonna be like the Niners game from a few years back, where they go to San Fran and everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna be such a good game," and then they beat them by like 20. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. They're a unit, and we gotta respect them.
Bengals at Chargers should not have been Sunday Night Football, but I'll go Chargers here.
Last time Joe Burrow was in SoFi, he lost the Super Bowl.
To who?
To Aaron Donald.
lose?
To Aaron Donald,
team
Jalen
was-
Ramsey,
What
Yeah,
team
Jalen
was
Ramsey was a
one
good
hit
player.
wonder, Cooper Cup,
What team were those guys on?
Sean
team was that?
McVay. It was his
Oh,
team.
That was okay. That was the Rams. Who was?
Give me
who
the
was
bagels.
quarterback. Yeah, exactly.
Who took the bagels?
Give me the bagels.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals as well.
Yeah, how I said the Bengals are going to fall to shit, I think it starts this week. I'm very ready for this team to be off prime time. Give me the Chargers.
Also, the Bengals, offensive-wise, are 100% a primetime team. Defensively, they're not.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's not even like that. It's just fucking like they're 4-6 and they get talked about so much still. It's like, I'm ready for them to not be talked about anymore. Like, they're not, that defense is not good enough for them to actually win.
Texans at Cowboys. Give me the Texans, no question.
Yep, Texans clear.
I don't know, guys. I think the Texans might win.
They don't have to worry about the sun in this game, so the Cowboys might have a chance.
Yeah, it is at night. I was just about to say it is.
Just in case you guys were. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You're not making your pick yet. You're good.
You're good. Whatever you want to say.
No, you're good because this is not related.
No,
to this pick.
It was big enough.
Your
It was
turn.
big enough for you to interrupt me, so you might as well go ahead and say it, Colin. You might as well just go ahead and blurt it out. What you need, bud?
For those of you that are curious,
I am.
the Carolina Panthers are plus 100,000 to win the Super Bowl right now.
What that is?
Why did we need to hear that in the middle of my pick?
If we're gonna say something about that, Bowling Green actually is plus 500 to win the national championship.
Bowling Green has a better chance to win the Super Bowl than the fucking Panthers. Like, can we fucking stop? There's no
If Bowling Green was in the NFL, we know who's winning the
Anyway,
Super Bowl.
They're also plus 100,000 to win the NFC.
Anyway, yeah, this game, I don't know how I feel about the Texans. They're gonna get this one done, but I feel like this could be another like close game for them. And of course, it would fit the script if like Cooper Rush just comes out and has like 300 yards and makes this a game. So I'm worried about it, but I'll pick the Texans.
All right, that's picks.
Is it really? Do you have another useless Panthers thing to throw in?
I could talk about Bowling Green
plus
for a little bit.
15,000 to 75,000. Sorry, to make the playoffs.
Bowling Green.
Hey,
Why don't we just change the name to the fucking football teams nobody gives a fuck about podcast? Because we talk about Bowling Green a lot.
No, because we'd be talking about Matt Stafford all day.
Oh, you mean fucking the GOAT?
If Matt Stafford went to Bowling Green, he might actually have done something with his career.
Yeah, well, this is like you too good for Bowling Green means he was literally the #1 recruit out of the state of Texas. So
he would have won a conference title if he went to Bowling Green.
That is true.
Well, he went to the SEC, so I'm sorry.
How many SEC titles did he
have? None, because Georgia was mid as fuck.
How many does Bryce Young have?
I don't fucking know. How many national championships does Bryce Young have? The same amount as Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's going fucking 6-6 every year. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Can we quit with the Bryce Young talk until the Panthers win 5 games in a fucking year? Jesus.
They're about to this year.
I'm so sick of the Panthers.
They're
talk.
about to win.
Can we quit talking about these mid-ass motherfuckers?
Games. What are you talking about?
All right, this is crash out session number 2
God,
complete.
I'm so fucking over the fucking shit teams we talk about.
Bryce
A
Young
lot
also
of
does
alumni
have a
went to
national
Bowling
championship,
Green.
by the way.
A lot of good people we know.
I know somebody who literally went to Bowling Green for 4 years, met a fiance at Bowling Green. He doesn't suck the school off as much as you motherfuckers do. He literally like lived there. Like
Hey, I'm a Toledo guy over here. Calm down.
That might be what
Emmy award-winning actor Tim Conway went to Bowling Green.
School fire.
Who the fuck is that? Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Shut the fuck up. God, bunch of mid-school
Matt Bell went to Bowling Green. That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
mid-ass school motherfuckers. Jesus.
All right, let's get a moment of silence here, real quick.
For what?
Bowling Green.
Hold on. Moment of silence.
I want to know what the moment's for.
Hold on. Moment of silence. All right, Donnie, what is your parlay for today?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's my bad. Anyway, I thought you meant moment of silence as like somebody died. I'm like, what the
Dude,
fuck?
Jack Harbaugh is a Bowling Green alum.
Okay, Donnie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and get into this. Nobody wanted to address it, but a winning week last week. We got the Panthers.
Yay, it's about time.
Hey, 2-8. Don't
Hey,
let me get
Shout out to the
Ain't no one
Panthers.
talking
Hey,
shit
it's
about
a
the
theme.
Panthers, and
It's a
they
theme.
helped you
This-
with your
Yeah.
double
Hey,
down
it's a
win.
theme. The same week Donnie wins a bet, Bowling Green wins a football game. It's the same. We're on the same page right here.
That doesn't make
It-
sense because
yeah,
Bowling
'cause
Green has 5 wins and I
Because
have 2.
Bowling Green's won more than you have. Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense then. What? Anyway, let's fucking get through this. Don't let me get hot. That's all I'm gonna say. We got the Eagles
Just take Bowling Green
against the Commanders. I'm gonna take the Eagles straight up, no points needed. I'm gonna take the Packers minus 6.5 against the Bears. They own the Bears, even though Aaron Rodgers left and Jordan Love's mid as fuck. For some reason, he still beats that bullshit team in Chicago. And then I'm going to take the Texans minus 7. I feel like this line's going to move. Right now, it's between 7 and 7.5, depending where you're looking. That comes out to roughly plus 450. $10 wins you 55. Let's just get on a little bit of a roll here. That's my goal this week. After that, I'll start expanding a little bit more. But hey, hit a 2-leg last week. Let's make it a 3-leg, and we can make it a 4. And then I can just hit like a plus fucking 20 once we get week 18.
All right.
Thank you. I got one. Fuck you, other two. You guys are preying on my downfall. Colin's over here hoping I die along with the rest of the kickers. Marshall's over here talking about Bowling Green and their fucking schedule for 2026, as if anybody gives a fuck. At least Dallas.
Shout out to Jack Harbaugh.
Who is Jack Harbaugh?
Jim's dad.
Am I supposed to know his name off the top of my fucking head?
I mean, he was there for like all of their playoff run last year. He was constantly on the TV.
A fuck.
Hey, aren't you a Western fan? He was also head coach at Western.
No, he was a coach at Western.
He was the head coach at Western.
The only things I know about Western is that Greg Jennings went there and Corey Davis went there. Other than and Terry Crews. Terry Crews also went there.
You know who else went to Western? Jaden Reed.
Oh, that mid motherfucker that's on the Packers?
Yeah.
He ain't mid.
He's mid.
He went to Western for a year. Transferred to Michigan State.
I was on Western.
You should have gone to Bowling Green if you wanted to go round 1.
Let's move. What's the trivia? Please, God, be a good trivia.
You don't even know that Bowling Green is the best tight
trivia.
Is it a one you rather?
We need a Bowling Green.
Would you rather go to this school or this school? Bowling Green's getting passed over every fucking school.
Would you rather go to Bowling Green or Yale?
I'd rather go to Harvey Weinstein School of Acting than I would fucking Bowling Green. I'm not fucking.
Bowling Green made that school. Funny enough.
I love Colin's face on that.
I was gonna say that might need to get cut, but just one of the worst sexual predators in the history of Hollywood. But
Bowling Green would never.
Don't bring context into it. Now you ruined it. Now we got to cut Colin's part. Good job.
Just cut all of it. We haven't even started the trivia part. We can just cut all of it.
Harvey Weinstein. I know Dallas is waiting to start, so you can interrupt him 3 times, so he can finally get done with it.
Here we go.
Right,
This worked last time. Moment of silence, guys. Let's get a moment of silence.
It'll work.
Don't mute me.
All right.
Okay.
Today's trivia. Jamar Chase had him quite the game against the Ravens Thursday Night Football. You guys are going to be guessing the top 10 non-PPR fantasy games for a wide receiver of all time.
Funny, they showed this graphic on TV when
They
this happened,
totally
I'm
did.
pretty sure.
Then you guys should know the answers.
Brother, man, I fell asleep like halfway through the third quarter. I didn't see any that happened at the end, so I definitely missed the graphic.
Colin, start us off.
My point should count as double means they saw the graphic and I didn't.
I don't remember anybody that was on the graphic.
Colin, you don't remember jack shit unless it involves Drew
Exactly.
Brees and Michigan State. So
we'll go Calvin.
All right, that was probably not the one I would have went with, but hey, not in the top 10, Colin. Sorry.
All right, start off strong.
Gosh, this is
Marshall, you want to get the easiest one out of the way?
Is it Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase, yes, he's on.
Okay, well, if he was
I
fucking,
did think usually you don't
Okay.
count.
usually that one doesn't
All right,
count.
I'll
Usually
go
we
with
think of some
another
of the other
person.
ones.
I'll go with
You
another
usually say
person.
the
So-
top 10 outside of the
So-
one.
He's on there. He's on there twice.
He's on there twice. Jamar's on there twice. He's number
That can
8.
count then.
Okay,
and number
shut
9.
The fuck up.
That can count then. I'm fine with that.
So he did it in 2022 with 11 catches for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he did it Thursday with 11 catches for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. He almost had the exact same game.
That's fine. I'm not asking for hints or anything, but how old is your oldest game on here? I asked that because fantasy football's technically been a thing since like the 60s.
1963.
Damn.
Okay. Okay. All right, that really throws a fucking wrench into this.
I feel like it should not throw a wrench at anything being.
But, like, there's a lot of games that you wouldn't consider. Like, a lot of people you wouldn't consider, but now you kind of have to. Let me go with Randy Moss.
Randy Moss not on the list.
I don't
He
actually
never
know
had
if
he never
played
had
back
the
then.
receptions to get him up there.
Yeah, but didn't you just say non-PPR?
Yep, non PPR. He still didn't have him.
Yeah, but the receptions didn't matter because I was thinking of the 3 touchdown, 180 yard game.
Nope,
It's
not on
specific.
here.
I don't actually know like what decade he played in, and so it probably was like 20 years before the 1960s.
Not a good guess. If you start with I don't know what decade he played in, probably
I'm just
not
thinking
gonna
of old wide receivers that like maybe went crazy. Boletnikov.
be, there's no way.
Is that your guess, Colin?
Yeah.
All right, Marshall, what's your guess?
Uh,
When did he play?
What did
wish
you
I
say?
could guess.
I said Boletnikov.
He played in the 70s. He played in the 70s, but he was a running back.
It was either 2019 or 2020, but Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill in 2020, number 7. He had 269 yards off of 13 catches, 3 touchdowns.
Boletnikov was really a running back. Why is his trophy for the wide receiver in college football?
He probably played wide receiver in college.
Oh well, that's what I went off of. I just assumed he was a receiver.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he might have been a wide receiver. I think I'm getting confused with somebody.
Yeah, he was a receiver for the Raiders. I knew I'm not crazy.
I'm confused.
You're crazy for guessing him, but hey.
Yeah, it still wasn't the best guess, but
He did play in that era though.
yeah.
The
Um,
most
I'll
recent
think-
ones are gone, but
I was thinking Larry Zonka, the running back for the Dolphins. That's why I always get those two confused because their names are weird. That's my bad. Anyway, um, is like T.O. on there? Like,
no Terrell Owens.
I was just gonna run away with it because he's the only one who fucking watched the whole game and saw the graphic.
I'm telling you right now, there's a name on this list. Y'all gotta say it.
Well, there's
The
a bunch
problem is I got so distracted by Boletnikov, I did not pay attention to the last like 2 Marshall guesses. So I'm definitely gonna say an
I
name.
didn't guess Drew
I
Brees. He's
guessed
still
it.
on the table, Colin. Don't
and one
worry.
of them was before you said Fred Blitnikoff. So
Because I was thinking about Fred Boletnikov.
Bro was just in his head about it, dog.
Colin is the wildest person I've ever met. On when it
Okay,
comes
I
to
have
a podcast.
already, like,
You know,
I
Colin-
already know I'm not gonna win this fucking trivia, so I'm
I
gonna
take
fucking pass. I don't give a fuck.
I take
Marshall
back-
and Marshall and Donnie, you just take this one. I'm gonna sit
Jerry
I'm gonna
Rice.
Jerry Rice, guys. Why can't we?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry
Not
Rice.
that hard.
I just
Number-
assumed that one had
Literally
already
one
been
of
said
the
at this
greatest wide
point.
receiver of all time.
My problem is I'm trying to think of guys that are in my lifetime that I know have had like big games. I don't know what.
I think
Jerry
after
Rice,
Tyreek and Jamar Chase, I don't think there is much.
well, that's
So-
what I'm. Yeah.
So yes, Jerry Rice holds the number 1 and number 6 spot. The number 6 spot, he had 289 yards off of 14 catches, 3 touchdowns. The number 1, he had 225 yards off of 13 catches and 5 touchdowns. That was a total of 52.5 fantasy points there.
You said Calvin wasn't on this list?
He is not.
That motherfucker holds the record for the most yards in a game.
He had one, I think 0 or 1 touchdown in that game.
He does not have a single touchdown in that
I think he had 1 touchdown.
That's crazy.
Because it was a play against the Cowboys, and he had an 89-yard catch in the safety tackle with the 1. Then he had another catch that was like 50 yards, and he got tackled at the 2.
Ain't no way this man Donnie gave me shit and then is now like backtracking on like Calvin not being that.
Okay,
bad.
but he gets Kelvin Johnson, you gets Bolitnikov. There's a big
I
difference
guess
between
Calvin
the two.
Johnson. That was
Because
my first guess.
my train of thought right now is I'm trying to think of like single game record holders. Is why I fucking did that. And I know he has the record for most yards in the game. So how about Colin, you shut the fuck up and worry about your own fucking logic instead of
That was
questioning
my
mine.
fucking thought process.
Wham! Look up Michigan State stats or something. Just shut the fuck up.
All right,
Anyway.
Stats.
Anyway, let's see. He said 1953.
So
is Don
just
Hudson.
no Don Hudson. No Don Hudson.
I didn't get my guess out, so I wasn't.
Okay. Well, I was gonna help you out. The range of years is 1963 to 2000.
Like 2000's the most modern guy.
Yep, because Chase and Hill were the most recent.
Son of a bitch, this is gonna be fucking pretty hard then, huh? 2000.
We're missing number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10.
See, what pisses me off is I know the guy that probably was 2000, and he played for the Rams.
Nope,
I
sure
don't
didn't.
know.
No, he did not. Because I know who it is.
Who's another guy?
It's not Bolitnikov.
It's not Bolitnikov. I'll give you that one. Fucking guy's name. I'm trying to. I don't even fucking know at this point. Let me go with like Lynn Swan. I don't fucking.
No Lynn Swan.
All right, before you go, Marshall, I looked
Oh
it
shit,
up.
Colin's got his crazy pull of the day.
No,
shit.
I was looking it up since I know I wasn't guessing anymore, and I accidentally clicked the running back one, and Billy Cannon is the number 1 of the running backs all time. 63 points in 1961.
This is my last guess, and then I've pretty much tapped out. I think. I mean, I could just guess, but like it's gonna be no names. But I do know this one's for sure on there. Is Jimmy Smith?
Yep, Marshall, I'm surprised it took you that long, being I pulled that Ultimate Legend Jimmy Smith.
Shut up! Oh my gosh.
He had 291 yards for 15 catches, 3 tutties in 2000. That was the number 5 spot.
I'm good. Marshall got like 5 of them. I think he won. I don't think me and Colin got a single person.
Nope. I will tell you this, Donnie. One of them's your boy.
Steve Largent.
Argent?
Steve Largent.
I got a couple of guys that I like from fucking back then. I like him. I like Chris Carter. I like
Fred Bolitnikov.
Steve Largent, 261 yards, 15 catches, 3 touchdowns in 1987 against the Lions.
Figures.
All right, I'll time. I'll give you guys a minute.
I feel like I won. These guys kind of gave
I
up.
think, yeah, I'm conceding. I'm good. Me and Colin, they got 0 people combined, and Marshall got like 5. So I think we're about good to wrap this one.
Yep. So at the number 4 spot, In 1973, Harold Jackson had 238 yards off of 7 catches and 4 touchdowns. At number 3, you have Art Powell from 1963, 247 yards, 10 catches, 4 touchdowns. And at number 2, Jerry Butler in 1979. He had 255 yards off of 10 catches and 4 touchdowns.
Could you imagine being could you imagine living in the 60s and you check your fantasy football team on your piece of paper and you realize Art Powell had the greatest game of all time in NFL history to that date? Bro, you're just living life at that point. And then you go to your job the next day to make $3 an hour.
Literally like 3 years into fantasy football being a thing, and this man has the greatest wide receiver game
my god
of all time. Up until 1990.
It would have been a hell of a steal in the 4th round.
Yeah, that was fucking wild.
Yeah, that was rough.
I didn't know any of those final names.
I knew the you guys too.
Out of all the names on the list, Jamar Chase and Tyreek were easy. Those were modern day. I remember both of them. Jamar Chase just happened, and then Tyreek. I remember that game. Jerry Rice is given. Like he's just a beast overall. And then after that, I just remember the Jimmy Smith one from seeing it. And besides that, and then you said your boy, so Steve Largent was first guy that came to mind.
So, yeah, I just looked up because I remember like watching something on how fantasy football was created. It was created officially in 1962 when a part owner of the Raiders had some friends and they created it. Guess what the name of the first fantasy football league was?
Owens Fantasy Football League?
No. It was called the GOPPPL, Greater Oakland Professional Pigskin Prognosticators League. What? Those guys are a bunch of fucking nerds, okay? Like, what the fuck is that name?
I mean,
that is our league name next year.
You have to be a nerd to create fantasy football.
Also, that's a very weird story. I've always heard that it started at like a bar in Oakland. I think this
probably did.
Because I think a local bar ran like a fantasy football promotion like on like chalkboard and shit. I think that guy might have stole it and then did it with his friends. So like he gets credited for it, but some like no-name dude was probably the one to really think of it.
Yeah, just like Thomas Edison with the light bulb, you know? He wasn't the first to do it.
What is prognosticator actually?
All right, who's got the outro?
Funny story. The same guy that was in that bar that created fantasy football also created Bowling Green.
Yeah, and that guy got fucking hung at the fucking stake when he fucking thought, hey, what's the name of the stupid ass fucking college? Let's get out of here.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Fourth and Wrong podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out. Oh, man.
Crash out session number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn it. This is fucking ridiculous.
This man has a poster above his bed of Matthew Stafford.
So
that's
the last thing he sees before he goes to bed, dude.
I'm gonna message him.
That's gotta stay in. That last little bit's gotta stay in. Oh man,
bro literally lays down at night. Oh, you're the greatest. That's great. You can't let that slide. You can't let that slide.
It's honestly so crazy. The more I think about it, that's fucking wild.
That is crazy, bro. Put that up there with all intent. Oh my gosh.
That's got to be a TikTok by itself. I'm gonna send you a TikTok, Marshall. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna do a million views.
Oh my god.
It was a good day, Stafford. It was a good day.
Oh my god. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Fourth and Wrong podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Make sure you check out the TikTok. Hopefully we get back to posting pretty regularly soon. We'll work on that. But yeah,
after that
we'll see you guys next week.